Hi again then guys, and welcome to episode 54 of SuperSports, and in this particular pick we're featuring another variation of the Corvette, in particular the C7 generation Corvette, and this is one of the relatively few, but thankfully free of charge, DLC cars featured on GT6. And this particular model is the GT Concept version of the C7. So, what differences are there between this car and to some degree the test mule, but more so towards the production model? Because you see a fair few people using this car, especially in top speed lobbies, but is it actually better? Is it worse? Is it the same? Or is it just different and not necessarily better or worse? Well, I would say that it's definitely as good as the production model, but in my personal experience, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's better. Now, some people would disagree with that. I know that there are a lot of people on GT6 who claim that this is faster than the normal C7. It's definitely faster than the test mule version, I would definitely agree with that, but compared to the normal version, for me personally, I've never seen any difference. The acceleration seems exactly the same, as does the top speed. The specs are certainly the same, and the only real differences are the price and the looks. Now, visually, you would expect some of the, especially aero changes to the GT Concept version, particularly the rear wing and also the redesigned front end, to have some kind of effect on its straight line performance. And some people claim that it does, and that's fair enough. Maybe for those people it does. Just in my experience, I haven't found that to be the case. But around the track, I would say that there is a slight difference. I would say that this is not necessarily better than the normal C7 around the track, but definitely different. The fact that this particular model, as far as I can remember, doesn't have the option of the flat floor means that the normal C7 does have an advantage there. It is potentially a better track car depending on the upgrades. Without the flat floor, it's more even. They're different, I would say, but not necessarily one better than the other. That being said, I do still consider the normal C7 to be a better overall car than this, and the reason why I say that is twofold in particular. One is because you cannot repaint this car, and that immediately limits the personalization. It means that as soon as you buy this car, you are guaranteed to know that every single other person using it will have the exact same looking car. Now, that may not bother some of you guys, but it really does bother me. It's one of the reasons why I don't like the Alfa Romeo TZ3. If we could repaint that car, I would be much more inclined to use it more. And that may sound petty, but to me, personalization is very important. This car doesn't have that. And the second reason why I would say that this is not as good as the normal production Stingray is due to the price. Now, the value for money on this model is still really good. 100 grand for the performance that it offers, being as it is a top speed of about 296 or so without NOS or slipstream, very strong acceleration, great fuel economy, pretty good handling, not amazing but pretty good around the track, and just an overall package that can genuinely rival most supercars or even some GT race cars. For 100 grand, that is a good deal. But that's still roughly twice the price of the normal C7. Is it worth twice as much? No, definitely not. The visual changes that are there just don't make that much of a difference. For some people, they may consider it to be worth that, but I'm talking purely from a factual point of view, with personal opinion being irrelevant. The fact is, this is not a better car than the C7, and that's not up for argument. It's just a fact. It's twice the price, and it's not twice as good. That's just the way it is. Is it a bad car? No, definitely not. Would I recommend not buying this car? No, again, definitely not, because some people do like the look. Some people claim that it's quicker, and that's fair enough. Maybe it is for those people. So overall, it's definitely not a bad car in any way. But for me personally, if I was to recommend a version of the C7, it would definitely be the normal one, because it's just got the best overall package, the best price, the best performance to price ratio, and the best personalization. So overall, there's not really much more I can say about this car, because apart from the differences that I've highlighted, it's basically very similar to the normal production Stingray. It is better, as I said, than the test version, so if you're going to buy one of those two, I would recommend this one. But overall, you're just better off going with the normal C7 for all-round ability and value. But that's pretty much it for this overall review. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching.